What it's really like working as a tow truck driver. You wake up at 5:12 a.m. You don't go to university. You are just with tow truck and ready to drive towards someone else's worst day. Then you pull on your work shirt. It still smells like yesterday's shift. You grab my keys and head outside. Another day starts before the sun does. At 6:18 a.m., you pull into the towing yard. The trucks are already lined up. You clock in at 6:24 a.m. First thing you do is check today's calls and make sure the truck is ready for the shift. Lights, fuel equipment, everything needs to be ready because you never know where the next call is going to take you. At 7:03 a.m., the radio goes off. A car is sitting on the side of the road. You grab the keys, start the truck, and head out. When you arrive, the driver is standing beside the car. They look frustrated and reply, "Hey, don't worry, we'll get you in the car somewhere safe." That's probably the most important part of the job. Not just moving cars, helping people when their day suddenly falls apart. You get the vehicle ready to be moved. You check everything carefully, then you slowly load it onto the truck. The driver watches and says, "How long have you been doing this?" they ask. You smile and reply long enough to know that cars always break down at the worst possible time. They laugh, and for a second, the situation doesn't feel quite as bad. You drop the car off at the repair shop, then you are back in the truck. No time to relax. Another call could come at any moment, and it does. At 10:41 a.m., another customer, another disabled vehicle, another place to go. At 12:36 p.m., finally, lunch. You park the truck and sit inside. Open your food, take about 3 bites, and suddenly another call. You look at on your food, then at the radio says, "Guess lunch can wait." You close the container, start the truck, and go. This time, it's a driver whose car won't start. They're standing beside the vehicle looking confused and says, "I thought it was just the battery." You take a look and reply, "Yeah, sometimes the car chooses today to ruin your plans." The customer laughs. You get the vehicle ready for the tow. A few minutes later, we're heading toward the repair shop. At 5:47 p.m., the sun is starting to disappear. You finally make it back to the yard. You park the truck and clock out. Then you check today's notes. 5 calls, 5 different people, 5 different problems, and somehow you helped every one of them get somewhere. You walk toward your car, open the door, sit down. For a second, I just breathe. Then I smell my shirt. It smells like the truck, dust, road, oil, and a full day's work. Today wasn't glamorous, but you got paid for the hours you worked. After a full shift, my earnings come out to roughly $250 for the day. Not bad, but the money isn't the only thing you take home.